How you doing, Michael?
Good, I'm good. How are you doing?
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You got a lot of fans here, people excited to see you. Yeah. To see you and me. Now, it's funny, last time you were on the show, we were talking, and you were just about... You were promoting Superbad.
Right, yeah.
And you were telling me that you were just about to go to Europe.
Yeah, we were.
And you were excited because, you know, you were curious to see how Superbad would be received over in Europe. And I never heard what happened.
Not well.
What do you mean?
I guess I think it did okay, but when we were there, especially in Italy, it just felt like people did not like the movie.
They didn't like it in Italy?
Well, I mean, it's hard for them to relate, I think, because, you know, it's so much about getting alcohol and, like, this quest for alcohol, which they drink when they're, like, 5.
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
That's my sensitive portrayal of an Italian man.
I'm half Italian. My father's from Italy. Not that I'm offended, but,
Yeah. Are you sure? I hope not. I'm making you the pizza pie, Michael.
That is how he says that to me. He does talk like that.
Did that come up at all when you were doing the promotion in Italy?
Somewhat,
Did it
yeah.
come up that you're from
all I
there?
know how to say in Italian is my father comes from Sicily, which is mio papà viene dalla Sicilia. And during the Q&A, that would get us out of a slump somewhat. Like, I would say that, and they would go ahead and go, oh, yeah. But it only worked, like, I tried it like 5 times. It was like an hour-long Q&A, and it was going really poorly.
At a certain point, they probably think something's wrong with you if you keep saying, my father is from Sicily. You told us that, huh? You wanted the pizza pie
Did you
now?
do a mustache?
I grew a mustache.
Isn't that French?
I don't know. Leave me alone. I've got wafer-thin talent and an hour to kill. Now, last time you were here, you were telling us that you had this weird experience.
Yeah.
You thought that your hotel room was haunted.
Yeah, I was in San Diego, and my speakerphone kept turning itself on. Like, it happened a few times. And the night that I was on the show here...
Talking about it.
And told that story, I went back to my hotel, and this is true. The same thing happened to me like 7 times in a row.
The speakerphone just comes on by itself?
Yeah, in New York. And I called the front desk and said, does this ever happen? Do people ever say that the speakerphone turns itself on? And the woman's exact words were, no, never.
So you think that means there's a ghost?
I don't know what it means, but I don't want it to happen again. It's not like something that makes me feel good. I mean, it's terrifying.
I wouldn't think it would make you feel good.
Yeah, I was like, oh. Well.
Do you think it was the same ghost from San Diego that came to New York?
I don't know.
To see the big city.
I didn't think of that. That kind of makes it less
so
scary.
expensive now.
That makes it a little less scary if it's just...
Now, has your life, would you say your life has changed a lot since Superbad came out?
Somewhat. I mean, yeah, in subtle ways.
You know, because the movie was such a big success. People really liked that film.
Yeah.
And so your audience from Arrested Development grew.
Yeah.
Now more and more people must know who you are. Is that a good thing?
Well, the first night, I mean, the weekend it came out, I went to a bar where I live in Toronto, and it was very strange. Like, people, you know, coming up, and people are very aggressive when they're drunk, as you might know. And actually, this happened to me a few months before the movie. I almost got beaten up by a guy for no reason. I know that sounds like, you know, just my side of the story, but it's true. I was minding my own business.
You don't seem like a guy that would be in a bar like, I'll fight anyone.
No.
Who wants a piece of Michael Cera? It's not how you come across.
That's not what I say, no.
Yeah.
No, he just came up, he didn't know me. I think he thought I was someone else, and he wanted to fight me. And then that was in June, and Superbad came out in August. The weekend it came out, I was in a bar, and I saw that same guy, and he was sober. And I'd only ever met him once before when he was trying to beat me up. And he came up to me, and he was like, hey, Michael, hey, I didn't even realize you were an actor, you know, and he was talking to me, and he was like, so do you go to Los Angeles a lot? And I went, yeah, once in a while for work. He goes, I'd love to go with you sometime.
What?
Yeah. This is the second time I've met him, and he just wants to go on a trip with me now. And the only other time was when he was trying to beat me up.
So are you seeing any more of this person?
Yeah, he's my roommate now. We live together.
Yeah, good.
In Los Angeles. He's a sweet guy.
Now, you started acting, I mean, you're young now, but you started acting when you were really young.
Yeah, when I was about 9. More than half of my life now, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Do the math.
You challenge the crowd. Do the math! Then fight me.
What I said was true.
What you work in, like, you worked on a sitcom?
Oh yeah, I did the first kind of big job I had was on a sitcom that was taped in front of an audience, and it never aired, but we did 8 episodes.
You made 8 and they never showed any of them?
No, yeah, we got canceled, but it was funny. Randy Quaid played my father.
He's a cool actor, yeah?
Yeah, it kind of scared me from, audiences. I mean, it's terrifying doing that in front of an audience, a sitcom, because anything can happen. One episode we were taping, I had like an older brother on the show that was this handsome actor, Brian Seitz. He's handsome. Mm-hmm. And he was 19, I was about 13 at the time. And we're doing an episode, I'm talking to Randy Quaid, who's my father, about girl troubles, and I'm like, what do I do? And he goes, some people just have the gift. Your brother has the gift. And I go, why? He's not better looking than me. And Randy Quaid's line is, oh, you don't think so? Then he rolls his eyes like that.
Right.
And while we were taping, I go, well, why? He's not better looking than me. And this girl in the audience goes, yeah, he is.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate it when that happens.
the mentality of that, like,
Yeah.
okay, I know this is not a real show, but I can't go on with this
I can't
anymore.
sit still for this.
I can't let them say that.
Yeah.
That's definitely not true.
Well, let's talk about this film, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Right.
And this is a good character for you. You've gone through this painful breakup
Right,
with a girl.
yeah. Yeah, it all takes place in one day, and I've just had my heart broken by a girl.
Mm-hmm. And, well, I don't want to give away too much. What's the clip we're going to show?
This is me being attacked by Kat Dennings, who plays Nora in the movie, and we're just getting to know each other in this night, and we're having, there's some friction and tension, and we end up getting in a fight.
Let's take a look at this clip from Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Can I just ask, what did you see in her? I could floss with that girl.
This is your friend that we're talking about?
Okay, forget it. I can't do this.
Do what?
Just make a U-turn and take me back to Ludlow, all right? I'll find my own way.
Perfect.
I refuse to be the goodie bag at your pity party, Nick.
You don't have to yell. It's not a train station. We're in a tiny car.
Just drop me off.
I will.
Are you crazy?
I don't know what I did to you to make you so angry.
Nothing. You're ridiculous.
You don't even know me.
I know you. I know you're Mink.
I'm Mink?
You're an emo punk band boy and you're obsessed with Triss. They can make action figures out of you, drummer not included.
It's funny that Trish never mentioned you, considering what good friends you are, but she did mention some that was completely jealous.
Oh, jealous?
Yeah, and
Oh,
so
really?
now I think I know exactly who she... All right, sweetheart, you think you have something to...
I am not jealous!
No, man, she's not jealous.
That's the lowest. The throat punch?
Yeah.
And you're driving the worst car in the world. What is that?
That's a Yugo.
That's a Yugo.
Yeah, they had 3 of them. And
You were driving the
yellow.
crappiest car in that movie. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Check it out. It opens on Friday.
Thanks a
Michael, please come back a lot.
Absolutely,
You're
okay.
always fun to talk to.
Thanks a lot.
Michael, Cera. We'll be right back with comedian Nate Bargatze. Stick around.